What's a fear that people just don't get until they go through it themselves? Severe weather involving rain. I have a fear of thunder, lightning, and rain due to living in a desert most of my life until recently. Just a sprinkle or light rain could trigger a flash flood warning there. The thunder was loud as fuck, and when I was in kindergarten, I got stuck in a hailstorm on my way home from school, and the size of the ice dented the roof of my babysitter's car. I know it's a stupid fear now that I don't live there anymore, but unless you go through a situation of being caught in severe weather. Hail was severe and extremely rare where I used to live. You don't understand those who are scared of it.
I get it. Growing up in a place with consistent weather can make you unprepared for something severe. I mean, having a bad experience like that can stick with you. I remember a friend who freaked out during storms after getting caught in a bad rain once. It's weird how certain situations shape our fears. Not stupid at all, just part of your experience, really.
The ocean. As an avid surfer, the ocean doesn't scare me much at all, but that's due to my experience and number of years. I teach surf lessons, and a big part of the lesson is teaching the unpredictability of the ocean and its power. Tourists and those with minimal ocean experience are always baffled at how little control you have in the water regarding currents, waves, tides. One bad positioning in the water can hold you under and freak you out, even in 3 feet of water. Not to mention sharks and stingrays.
Ocean conditions can be tricky. I remember a group of tourists I had for a lesson. They were really excited but didn't grasp how quickly things could change. One moment, we were catching little waves, and then suddenly a current shifted. It caught one guy off guard, and he panicked briefly, thinking he was in deep trouble. I had to remind them that the ocean can be fun, but you gotta respect it.
Facing the elements. Like when you are in a little boat on the rough sea, and instead of driving forward, you're climbing up and down a series of menacing waves. Or that recent viral video of that woman driving through the LA wildfire. Please God, let me make it out of here. That's exactly the one thing that'll be going through your mind, whether you're religious or not.
There's this time my friend went fishing during a storm. The waves were huge, and he thought he could handle it. Instead of catching fish, he was just battling the elements, feeling completely small. He kept saying, "This wasn't part of the plan." It was a reminder that nature doesn't care about your intentions. He made it back soaked but with a story he likes to tell now.
My first panic attack, I literally thought I was dying. I thought, it can't be a heart attack. I'm too young, maybe it's some kind of seizure. My mom had to literally carry me out of a public restroom to the car. I had fingernail scratches all over my neck and chest because I was panicking when I couldn't breathe, had pulled out a bunch of my hair, had blood in my palms from my nails digging in when my fists were clenched. Then the day after a panic attack, my body is always so sore like I've been at the gym. It's a very visceral, physical kind of fear. Like your animal brain misfires and dumps all the terror you can possibly feel. But your human brain is aware nothing is really wrong. There's no tiger about to eat you, you're not free falling off a cliff. So the confusion of not knowing why your heart is beating out of your chest makes it even scarier.
I've had a similar experience with panic attacks. One time, I was at a concert and suddenly felt my chest tighten. I thought I might faint, but there was nowhere to go. My friends noticed and helped me to a quieter spot, talking to me until I calmed down. It's strange how your mind can play tricks on you, feeling trapped in your own body. The aftermath is rough, like you've run a marathon.
You can't think of not the thing. The brain doesn't work that way. Thinking of not the thing is just thinking of the thing. Think of a totally different thing. Not identifying as the thoughts or the thinker of the thoughts, but as the observer of them. General meditation and mindfulness practices are great.
I remember when I first tried meditation. I couldn't stop my mind from racing. Every time I tried not to think about something, it just popped up more. Then a friend told me to just watch my thoughts like clouds passing by. It sounded simple, but it worked. I stopped fighting my mind and learned to just observe. It changed how I deal with stress.
Please consider subscribing if you enjoyed. Love.